Hi, everyone. How do you get unstuck in your goals for 2024 and beyond? How do you get unstuck regarding your goals? We're going to be talking about that today. I'm going to give you 7 practical ways to really help us get unstuck because we know that goal setting is important. Consistently, we see that goal setting is important, both in business, in our relationships, and our well-being, in all parts of our life, whether or not we are a business owner, professional, a parent, a young person. Goal setting is really, really important. And I've been doing this work for a long time. And if there's one thing that I consistently see makes a big difference on multiple levels for businesses and people, it's actually goal setting. But we do have to learn how to do it properly. And certainly when we get unstuck, how do we manage it? So just something that I want to quickly highlight, I think this is kind of interesting. It's out of my 3 chairs if you haven't seen the book, that one of the reasons why goal setting is so important is because I've talked about this on some of my other YouTube videos, that when we set a goal and we step on the gas, it builds what's called self-efficacy. Okay, and I'm reading from page 63. Self-efficacy is a superpower. Okay, it is a superpower. It's the sense that somebody realizes, oh my goodness, I can impact how my life turns out. Okay, so this is very powerful. Research in the Academy of Management Journal found that self-efficacy is an important part of the relationship between goal setting and high performance. Okay, so if we want to be a high performer in our life, whether or not you want to be a high performer as a parent or a young person or professional or an entrepreneur, whatever it is, goal setting is going to be part of it. We need to master this skill. So how do we do it if we are feeling unstuck? Okay, so first tip is the goal actually too big? Is it actually too big? A lot of times if while it's great to set crazy big goals, we also have to be, I guess, we have to be aware, do we have the actual capacity to do that? So I want everybody to kind of pause for a second and think about a goal that you've actually set for yourself and that you feel stuck about. And is it maybe just too big? And yes, we want to set big goals, but we want to make sure that they are stretching but realistic, because a lot of times what happens is if they are too big, we kind of feel paralyzed even before we get started. So that's kind of like step number 1. Step number 2 is once you actually have your goal, whatever it is, break it down. Break it down actually into baby steps. So if it's like a big project, or whether it's at work or at home, maybe you're a student, you've kind of got to break things down. Break it down. Whatever that big goal is, break it down into smaller items for you to actually do. Because if we're just focusing on that big thing, again, we feel overwhelmed. And if we feel overwhelmed, what do? We get paralyzed. And we actually don't want that. Goal setting is part of leadership emotional intelligence. I've talked about this on my other videos before. So if you have not yet received our leadership EQ scorecard, I definitely recommend you get it. Goal setting is one of the 5 core skills every single age group needs to be developing. And so just put EQ in the comments below and somebody from our team will send that to you. Just write EQ and somebody from our team will send that to you, and just to kind of understand how goal setting is actually part of the overall structure around leadership and why it's actually important for all of us. Okay, so first tip is if you're stuck about a goal, ask yourself, is it too big? And if so, maybe kind of make it a little bit more attainable. Number 2, break it down. Number 3, talk to somebody who has actually achieved the goal that you're after. So I was speaking at a conference this morning, and one of the things I was actually telling their entrepreneurs, and one of the things I was telling them was, look for the superstars. Look for the superstars, people, who have actually achieved the goal that you want to be doing, and talk with them. Ask them, say, I'm actually stuck. What did you do? Did you ever face this? And if so, what did you do to help yourself? So really figure out that your superstars in your life who have actually achieved your goal. That's number 3. Number 4 is change possibly. Okay, these are just ideas. Change possibly the deadline. Sometimes the goal is the right size. Sometimes it's a good fit, but maybe the deadline is off. Maybe we need to kind of give ourselves a little bit more breathing space on whatever that deadline is. So think about possibly changing the deadline for yourself. Number 5, visualize it. Close your eyes and visualize achieving your goal. Picture yourself achieving that goal. I'm a real big fan of visualization. and really putting ourselves and thinking about ourselves as if we've actually already achieved the goal. It fills our mind with really positive thinking, and really puts us in a really healthy mindset, which can be very energizing, emotionally energizing, and actually give us more capacity towards the goal. Number 6, this is one that I have personally found very helpful, and one that I have implemented in my life, is only try to focus on one big task at a time. We have 3 businesses, and we a lot of times have different initiatives in different businesses. And one of the things I have found is, for myself as one person, I myself can only really focus on one task at the same time. And so while there are many projects all happening at once, I have learned for myself, okay, this is just my own personal self-discovery, that I work much better and I feel much less overwhelmed and I feel much less stuck if I only tackle one new initiative at a time. And so while there'll be lots of projects actually happening, when it comes to things that are new for me, I have learned to only focus on one thing at a time. And that has been a wonderful revelation for me, and liberating, actually. And so that's been great. Again, these are just kind of ideas for you to kind of think about. And the last one is number 7, is celebrate your progress. A lot of times we can be so tough on ourselves, and we can beat ourselves up, and we're like, oh my goodness, why can't I do this? Why can't I see everybody else do it? And we can be so defeating towards ourselves, and we want to be encouraging towards ourselves. Life is hard, and so much stuff gets thrown at us, and we're all managing so many different things. You want to really be aware of a growth mindset and an encouraging mindset, and be gentle and kind with yourself as you are actually trying to achieve whatever that goal actually is. And so I do recommend for people to actually put pen to paper, or if you've got a journal, or if you do it in a computer, write out your successes, celebrate your progress. What are the other goals that you have had that you're really proud of yourself for? And when we focus on success that we have had and progress that we have had, all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, I've got a little bit more hope. I've got a little bit more optimism. And we need that. We need those positive kind of emotions of optimism and hope to kind of fill our emotional capacity in order for us to kind of get enough energy again to kind of go after the harder goals. Okay, so really be gentle and kind with yourself as you're chasing these goals that are important for you. So everybody, that's 7 practical ways to get unstuck in your goals in 2024 and beyond. I hope you like this video. Make sure you like our YouTube video, so you kind of get subscribed to our YouTube video, so that obviously you get notified with other videos that come up. And be sure to check out other videos that we have. We've got lots of different videos around accelerating your business, your relationships, both at work and home, and actually your well-being as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you on one of our other YouTube videos.